Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. Boy, February's about over. Welcome to Sunday. A week from today is the 28th. I guess this is a leap year, so we got one more day and then that's it. So a week from Tuesday we start March. You guys aren't listening for a weather report. You know, March for my area could be anything from cutting grass at the end of March, sunny, warm, beautiful, to we've had snow hang on into April, and I mean like adding to snow. So March could be literally anything. But the one good thing about March is there's much more daylight, so one could actually see what kind of stupidity they're getting into. The last of that deal was that go-kart, right? The $450 Craigslist deal. He indicated that the floor had problems. And we could see that. Steering seems to be fine and actually fairly tight. I don't see any cracks in the frame or anything other than the floor problem, old number 4 here. I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand name, Pathfinder, and it says it was made in the United States. Right, made in USA. I don't know. I guess this was meant for 2 kids to sit in. It's about 20 years old. And I get that from the, I don't know if you guys could see it, that 96 that starts the engine code. So it's about 20 years old. The ripcord is pretty screwy, but I did get it to putt. Let's see if we can't do it again. See what I mean about screwy? You gotta kind of help it out. So, I don't know if you heard that putt-putt, but there you go. It has a live axle, right, 1 inch live axle. The clutch has 12 teeth on it. The sprocket has 60, so it's only geared down by 5. So this thing would be pretty quick. 1-wheel drive. This wheel is keyed. This one here just spins. Right, that one and these two match the drive wheel, the 1-wheel peel, as Roger O'Connor calls it. So this was a Baldy, and it might have been off for him to fool around with it. I'm figuring the quad cost me $400 and this cost me $50. So for $50, and let me just tell you guys something, and please, I don't want 30 people, I'll buy it, but normally I don't much care for go-karts. The last one I had was fun to ride. I traded it to Stoney. That's Toasted Head 420. But I just don't like go-karts. I don't like having to climb all the way in the hole. I don't like to climb all the way out of the hole. The jarring makes makes old men's bodies hurt. So given that I'm not a young man anymore, I'd rather not feel the pain. But in my mind, as I was buying this thing, see the way these hubs bolt on, right? I was figuring I basically have 1, 2, 3 mini bike tires here, right? Whether I use them for the front or the for the back, though they might. That one's pretty tight. The other ones aren't great. So let's say that could be a back, and one of these two could be the front. So they can either go on a mini bike. I now have a 1-inch solid axle that I have the bearings for up above. This thing has some kind of drum brake. I don't know. I guess it's part of the sprocket, it looks like, back in there. I don't know if you guys could see it. Or, yeah, I think you're part of the whole sprocket assembly. Looks like they smashed a drum onto it. So, I have number 41 chain. I got a clutch. I got a lot for, I don't know if there's a brand name on the clutch. I'm not seeing anything. I just see a circle there. Looks like the engine's gonna be a runner. So for $50, I think I did pretty good. I'm not gonna cut it up immediately. Well, I'm probably never gonna cut it up. Probably what I'd do is, as I needed parts off of it for whatever, I would take the parts off of it. For now, I'm probably going to cover it up and put it out back. Though, quite honestly, I never know with these type of things. On the last go-kart I had, I never thought Stoney would want it so badly and be willing to trade something for it. So obviously, if I'm made the right offer, somebody wants to trade me something Honda for it, I'll let it go. Or once again, I'm not doing anything immediately with it. This is pretty far down the list. Quite honestly, I'm in no hurry to do anything but get it stabilized, right? And then I'll figure out what to do with it in the future. Obviously, I don't want any weight on the tires because I don't want them going square. So yeah, I'm probably, for the time being, I'm going to hang on to it intact. But as I was plopping down my money, my thoughts were, parts more than anything else. I mean, heck, this is probably $20 worth of pipe, right? Just a roll cage. And depending when I pull that roll cage off, I'm gonna, kind of carry it over to the golf cart and put it on there and see what it looks like. Right? Because these could be spread in the front, right? Both sides outward. I don't know. I gotta. Each piece of it will be looked at, and from there, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with it. So yeah, as of right now, once again, it's not for sale, but one never knows what'll become of it. Perhaps something interesting, or it'll sit in the hoard and deteriorate and be like most of this other crap. I'm happy. it seems that boy, that one tire really doesn't work there, does it? It doesn't have the right profile. Anyway, I'm satisfied with the deal. This weekend, yesterday particularly, was just perfect. I not only got the go-kart and the quad, but I picked up some free things. Before that, I picked up some pallet material and some firewood. Yeah, so I've been kicking some butt here. I've been doing good. I've been very, very, very happy. I like it when things are happening, when deals are happening and stuff is getting turned over. I really didn't need to add 2 more distractions to the hoard. 2 more projects, because they're obviously going to slow down the projects that are already going. But for me, almost more of a joy than anything else is spending time tracking this junk down. So one might say, oh, you got enough stuff to work on, stop bringing crap home. And if you were to say that, I'd look at you or wonder if you were my wife. But this part of the happiness is the quest of finding this junk, right? That's kind of a lot of my payoff is getting the deal and getting the deal home, closing the deal and getting the deal on home. Just a few things that kind of tells me a kid worked on it. And I'm not slamming kids. Some kids are pretty good about putting things back together again. But when you see stuff like this, right? And then that, he didn't put the bolt. Oh no, he put the bolt on there, but he didn't put the bolt on this side, right? So that's why the cover torques when you pull it. You only got, see, 1, 2, but no bolts there or there, right? And I think it's like that. Yeah, it's like that for the front 2. It's like that in the back also, right? So he only has 2 bolts holding each wheel on. This one, a stud's broken. Once again, it's the wrong tire. Well, I'm really not slamming on kids, but a lot of times when kids work on things, you see they don't completely put them back together again. Short attention span. The roll cage is all loose, right? It doesn't have a single bolt holding it on. He did get a tire on the wheel and a tube, but it's a bit small, though his dad could have done that, right? That's not necessarily saying it's a kid. For the one up above, for the quad up above, there are no caps on any of the tires. The center rings, maybe they did that when the tires were changed, but they didn't get those back on. Only one was saved. Look, I have a set of lights. 1, 2, right, to go on the TRX 200. You could probably tell I'm tired. I got up early today. I wanted to get the quad washed. I wanted to get some, get these things unloaded and looked at and, put some thought into them. I only have another couple of minutes on this memory card, so I'm basically walking and talking it off. I don't know, do you guys wanted more of a tour of the hoard? Actually, let's go look at my other TRX 200. I know that one, its big problem is it's got a welded shifter rod. It's the one back here. That's it right there. I know the tires are also crap. The front rims are about shot down. But the plastic's actually in better shape on this one. Yeah, you can see that front tire, the way it's all chapped. And the bad thing about that is the rims, once again, are crap. So when it's time to take the tires off, the rims are just going to go straight to heck, and they're going to be useless. You know, I was also thinking about this thing. I think, yeah, this is the one that I got from. This one is from Rome, New York. I met a guy in Oneonta. It was a Craigslist deal. He was a big boy, big farm boy, strong like mule, good sized kid. And he says, yeah, the bike's a little small for me. It was like, yeah, I'd think so. The plastic on that guy, I think, is broken on the other side. As you can see, I have an intact fender. Though I once ran across a guy who would take all these various fenders and plastic weld them together. And I'm not quite sure how he did it, but he had a good eye for seeing the way the curves would fall. And he was able to really do a pretty good job of making things look decent. Yeah, given that it's the other side and the back, it would actually, if I wanted to kind of mix and match, I might be able to do a little something with that. I also, one of the deals, and I'm just not seeing it anywhere. No, that's probably it there. That could be it there. I ended up with a set of plastics. That's probably it right there for a quad. Oh God. Yeah, that's probably it. It's Honda red. And there was also the back, and that might be the back. I don't recognize that as, and it kind of matches. So it might be those two are red stuff for a Honda. One of the reasons why I'm half crazy is I try to keep a lot of this inventory in my head. When it comes to the garage, just a few thoughts I'm rattling around with. This mess isn't working. It's just not efficient. I gotta get better with it. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna get better with it, but I gotta get better with it. And particularly the problem is I can't get to it because I got all this crap between me and it. So I do have to figure this out. I'm working. I got some ideas on how to get these things so that I can move them around much easier rather than have to go, forward 6 inches and turn the wheel and roll it back and then forward and back to move them around. I'm thinking of a dolly situation for underneath these things. That'll make my life a lot easier. It'll take the weight off the tires and make it so I can spin them around and hopefully make better use of my space. I'm still strongly considering putting a lift type situation in dead center there. As a matter of fact, I got the materials, I got the idea, and now it's just a matter of putting it together. So hopefully dead center here will be a lift that I'll be able to access from all 4 doors. I moved the E-Z-Go that way, so I can actually get quads in and out that door. I got a shelf up or something to get this cart empty. This is very inefficient. I gotta figure out how to improve with that. In the E-Z-Go, quite honestly, if I clean that wall off and perhaps get stuff higher so it fits underneath, the E-Z-Go could even crowd that wall some more, and that will give me a much bigger amount of space. Yeah, this I really do have to put some time into this. That is a Suzuki 2-stroke.